Good morning, traders. Are you guys ready to get after another week with, of course, Lord Ryan, Zunaid, and myself, Money Mitch? I'm excited to go ahead, get to the live trading action. This is the show where we do live trading, sometimes a little bit of YOLOs mixed in there, especially closer towards Friday. But we will be trading some options, some equities. You guys let us know if there's any catalyst that's moving on out there that you guys want to focus. Remember, there's tons of channels on out there charging hundreds and hundreds of dollars doing what we do right here on Benzinga absolutely for free. So if you guys enjoy that, hit the like button and let's get it started.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
What's going on, traders? Let's go ahead. Let's bring on my guys. You guys know them. And I'll have to announce Buddy, too, because he's joining the show. My man, Buddy in the house. What's up, Buddy? I hope he's having
he's out. Buddy has left the chat, folks.
hey, he said, hold on. Don't put me on screen like that, man.
He can be a little
showing
shy.
my backside like that, dude. Come on.
He was just saying hello. What do you mean?
He's upset because we didn't pay for his appearance. You know what I mean? He wants his endorsement.
Yeah. He said, give me my check first. Where's my check? Speaking of checks, I think we're all excited to go ahead and get after another week. Last week, we had a lot of kind of bounce, right? And now I think what's going to be the battle now is the market bottom in? Is it just growth stocks bouncing, value trade coming off? What's going on out there? Is this the time that we're seeing a dead cat rally? Or, of course, is this another bull market bottom? To me, it's a dead cat rally just based on the fact that, you know, we need to get through certain levels and I need to see certain things change in the market breadth. But, of course, I don't think even Zunaid cares about all that. He's just trying to get to some action. So you can see that little smile that Zunaid put in there. There's a reason why. We'll get into the stocks today. I will let you guys know I will be leaving towards the bell as I get ready for, of course, MicroStrategy CEO. But Zunaid, Lord Ryan will be with you guys all the way into 9:59. So smash that like button. Let's get into their stocks to watch because I'm not going to be probably taking some trades today. Let's go to Zunaid.
Yeah, let's check some stuff out. You can see SPY above the, excuse me. You can go ahead and see SPY above the 390 area here. I wonder if we'll go ahead and try to test 4, you know, not sure, but we can find out together. Don't really have a level that I personally like on the SPY. Yeah, I've got 390. Actually, I like 390. I do like, you can see it was you can see that it was resistance in after hours, and then it ended up being support here a little bit in the pre-market session, but that's what's going on there. Let's go ahead and take a look at Apple. If it's above 140, it's well above 140. You see resistance here at 142.80. is what, 143 right over here is resistance so far, and 142 is support. So this is kind of like the range here in pre-market. We'll see which way it can go. I'll be honest, I have no idea what this candle here is. That's a wicked candle to end Friday session.
That was the quad witching, wasn't it? Or Russell rebalance? That was the Russell rebalance, I think.
Gotcha.
That's why you have a candle like that.
Okay, I was like, what in the world? Okay, cool. Anyway, that's what's going on with that one. Coinbase, man, this one just, I can't believe it's in the 50s, but Coinbase right here, to me, 58.80, about 58, 59 bucks, just call it easy math. 59 looks to be support. You can see there's resistance there and acting as support. For this one, it depends on, because I believe there was news on this one. Obviously, I believe it was a downgrade possibly. And you can see that it's going back down. If it goes ahead and breaks 59, would not be surprised if we can get a couple of points going down to 57 or so on Coinbase there. And then, of course, you've got Chinese news. You got China news in terms of the COVID restrictions being lifted. So Baba's been on a little bit of a tear. Let's go ahead and take an hourly look on Baba, see if we can find anything interesting here. Looks like we've got room to at least 128, if not a little bit around there. Let's see if we want to. If Baba can go, I would need to see flow, to be honest, because with these type of names, I'm just not, because I feel like anytime you can get Chinese news and it could just mess up your whole trade, if you will. But if we go ahead and get flow into Baba, especially with it kind of popping up, I want to see if the whales want to get in this one through options. And if they do, I'm perfectly good trying to take this one to the long side. And then lastly, let's take a look at Facebook. Nothing really there that I like. AMD. If AMD wants to come back to this 86, again, this drawing here that you see, it's been there for quite some time. And you can see how well it held as support, especially near VWAP on Friday session. So if it wants to come back and test 86 before we continue it making its way higher, that's perfectly fine with me. And then Tesla, of course, going to see how it reacts around the 750 area. Tesla was one that I was able to kind of take for a trade around VWAP there last week. But I'm going to see how Tesla wants to behave. And last but not least, let's just go ahead and check out NVIDIA here. Nothing really that I like on NVIDIA either. If it wants to come back and test this 186 or so, 168, excuse me, then I'll be okay with that. But nothing crazy for me at all here. And then I know folks are talking about roadblocks, but I'll check out that chart. But Ryan, do you have anything?
Yeah, definitely do. So first of all of the charts that you just showed, they all look relatively the same.
Yeah.
As far as the market goes here, we had a bit of a gap up that we've bled back here. Looking at the futures here, the Dow futures are only up 20, S&P futures only up 6 3/4. So we were higher this morning. We're already giving back those gains. It'll be interesting to see what direction we actually pick for the rest of the day here. In an ideal case, I'd love to see us just sell the open. I'd love to see it come on in, find some footing, and then find relative strength as we try to hold and move back towards the upside. So that's kind of what I'm going to be looking for. The market rarely goes the way that I hope. So we will be prepared to play anything that happens here. Now, as far as the list of stocks that I have for you today, I do have a list off of the movers tool this morning. So we can go ahead and start at the top here. HILS, excuse me, Hills is a biopharma. It's put out a huge range here. Actually traded up to, let me fix this. This actually traded up to 140 here. We're leaking. We're back down below 1. So really for me, I'd like to see this on high volume get back above 1, and then maybe we can attack some of these highs. 1 to 140 gives us a pretty good range. So if this actually materializes, if this actually does move to the upside, there could be a pretty decent play here. Let me go through here. Basically, I'm just looking at the volume, by the way, folks. EBON is going to be next here. Same deal. This is a penny, so I'm probably going to avoid this, but this thing also carved out a pretty huge range and is leaking back towards the bottom here. I had a couple more. Let's take a look. AFib. Let's see where we're at with AFib. AFib, this one here, definitely gapping and pushing higher. This one looks really strong. We do have a catalyst here. The company announced a commercial launch of its left heart access products. Now, I haven't done the second layer of due diligence on this. I'm not sure what the left heart access product is. I may poke around here if I get some time, if things are a little bit slow. But ideally, what I'd be looking for here is the highs of day to get taken out on volume. If we see this volume expand, I like this one for higher. Next one here is going to be NRSN. This is Neurosense Therapeutics. We've actually seen this one trade here before. This one, I believe, is a little bit thinner. We do have a catalyst here, and it mentions ALS, right? So this is a stage 3 ALS biomarker study. These generally can tend to cause these stocks to run. So we're going to be watching this one too. Got a day high here of 279. I'd actually like to see this set up around 250. There is another level worth marking off here. That would be the 244 level. So if we can hang out right here and then get the same expanding volume that we're looking for every single day, we might have another move here. AXSM. This one's a little bit higher price stock than some of these that we normally talk about, but this also moving up here on a nice catalyst. Shares are trading higher after the company received proposed labeling from the Food and Drug Administration for a treatment of its major depressive disorder. Excuse me. Those are definitely going to be sought after stocks, as there's a huge market for those types of drugs. So we'll see if this one can get going. Again, a little bit higher price, but we care about the percentage movement, not necessarily about the price. Let me go through my list here. AGRX. I saw someone else mention this in the chat. Kudos to you. AGRX definitely on deck here. Definitely in play today. So again, carved out a huge range here. Pre-market high of 218, currently sitting at 159. So we've got 60 cents here of range. Would love to see it move through some of these levels. These levels are pretty clearly defined too. So if I see any type of size at these levels that gets eaten, chances are this stock's going to pop. This one might be the one that I watch out of the open as well. And then our good old friend Box D from last week. Looks like this is trying to take 270. Looks like it did. Traded up to 272 here. So this one will be interesting. I definitely don't want to chase Box D, but if you take a look at the chart, you can see that this makes some pretty crazy moves. If you take a look at the 15-minute, this is a pretty good looking chart. And I would love to see this high at 296 broken. That would clear out this entire formation. This is pretty gappy all the way up to 7. So Box D, an interesting one. We'll see if this ends up materializing. And then lastly, another former runner that we've traded here on this show, NutX. This is not trading up on the highest volume today, but we've seen this before where the volume absolutely pours in once the market is open. So we'll see if this does the same thing. Again, we have a catalyst here, trading higher if the company was selected to join the Russell 2000 and 3000. So definitely a good catalyst here. We'll see how much oomph this gives it. One thing I did want to mention here is here, it's this one, EPZM, right? So this one also having a huge gap here. I started to mark off levels and then I looked into what the catalyst was. Should have reversed the order there. This was trading higher as the company announced it would be acquired by Ipsen. So when I flipped over to my news tab, it looks like it was set to acquire for $145 in cash plus a contingent value of $1 per share. So we're currently sitting here above 156. I'm not I think we've got other targets here to trade, so I'm not going to prioritize this one, but worth noting what's going on here. We'll see if this does actually trade once the market opens. So got a list here just to kind of recap: AFib, NRSN, Hills, AGRX, Box D, and AXSM and NutX. So plenty of targets to go after, Zunaid. We should have some fun today.
Yeah.
We should have some fun conquering Monday.
Yeah, if you want, you can throw it back to me, and I can try to go over some stuff. If you have something else, you can bring it back. Let's take a look at Shop here. Shop is currently trading around 390 or so. To me, in my opinion, I believe that 400 could end up being kind of like a magnet. But then it all comes down to where do I want to play Shop. Now, Shop, it's just the stock itself is a bit spready, and then obviously on the options end, they're definitely spready as well. So I don't typically like to play it. But just a level to kind of keep an eye on. If it goes ahead and breaks this 392 with volume, I do think you could get a tag of 400 and then have it kind of do whatever it wants from there. But that's kind of one that I'm going to keep an eye on. And then going back to coin, if it can break this $60, you can possibly try to take a scalp to 61 or 62. We already talked about that, but I think that's the game plan that I'm looking forward to. And then, of course, if it kind of dips to the 56s, I would start adding as it gets to 55s, and then a break below 55 would be my stop loss on that one there. Let's see if there's anything else on the cues.
Yeah, be sure to go over your coin trading plan, Zunaid, because I got to be honest with you. I'm at the point now where I almost want to start nibbling on coin.
Yeah.
I really think that this company is worth more. I'm not buying this is the end of Bitcoin. We'll see if I'm wrong, but at $50, I feel like I need to start nibbling. I feel like it's almost time there.
Yeah. Definitely. I have not looked into the fundamentals, but I agree. When you kind of look at here, let's go back. The coin. And if you look at where it was versus where it is, and of course, nothing says, oh, just because it was there means it'll go back there. That's not what we're saying, but it's in the context of, hey, if you believe in Bitcoin, if you believe in transactions, and if you believe in Coinbase being able to innovate to have more crypto transactions and services and products that we can't even think about right now, similar to what Apple did, right? Like, who thought Apple would have Apple Pay around the time when iPhones launched and, things like that. So it just depends on what you believe Coinbase will be able to do. I don't know their cash flow and different things like that. But it looks like they do report earnings on August 9th. Don't know if that's confirmed or not, but that's about a month and a half away or so on Coinbase. If there's some other tickers in the chat you guys want us to take a look at, let us know. Jan, did we already go over Jan?
No, we haven't. But you know what? Jan's been a mover for us before. That might be worth charting here. I don't really
Go
see
ahead
any
if
new
you
issue
want it.
with it. I don't
Okay.
really see why it's being mentioned. I don't see anything that would drive it. But we've traded this stock quite a bit. I actually took a huge L on a big time pull on this stock here. So yeah, we can take a look at it. Looks like it's moving towards the lows, but maybe I missed something.
I gotcha. Someone mentioned AMD. We'd mentioned it before, but I'll go ahead and go over it again. Looks like the $86 level held on Friday's session beautifully, and you can see it had also held here on the 14th of June, and it ended up being resistance. When it finally popped over, it went ahead and held as support. And so now for me, if it comes back and wants to test this 86, I'm all in. But otherwise, I'm gonna hold off and see if some other flow and some other patterns set up and different things like that. Someone's calling out you. Is that Unity? It is Unity software. If it wants to break above 48, I think that $50 could end up being resistance on Unity. So if you're looking to go long, 48 break with volume all the way to 50 tag. And then if you want to go short, the best risk reward, in my opinion, is around 50. And you can have that possibly. I mean, so far, it's just kind of trending nicely up, staircasing. Wouldn't be surprised if it wants to test 44 either.
Fairly
48
decent
break.
gap to 60 here on Unity too. I mean, I agree. It really needs to kind of clear out. Maybe the bottom of the candle from May 10th, which puts us at 48. But
Yeah.
I mean, pretty light all the way up to 60.
Yeah, and you can see resistance is right around here as well, right? So around around 47.50, you can see resistance from June 8th is where that is. So if it can break above that, I think you can go ahead and try to test $50 and try to get a couple of points on Unity. Let's go ahead and check out Amazon.
Yeah, why is everyone mentioning Amazon? Oh, for Prime Day? Prime Day, when is that supposed to be again? I forgot. Prime Day, July 14th. Let me look that up.
I don't have the best read on Amazon. Yeah, you have 116.50, but for me, I'd prefer it around 115 personally. But I personally don't have the best read on Amazon.
So
around
Prime
this
Day is
price.
July 12th through 13th. Zunaid, I'm almost wondering if this is kind of a run-up trade into Prime Day. I guess that's what I would be thinking here. The trade has been great ever since it tried to go to 100. It really kind of found some support here. Didn't even really get down to 100. 101 really provided some support. So I would say as long as this has momentum to the upside, I think that's in good shape. Otherwise, I think a 100 test is on deck here.
CYRN, I know this is one that FinTwit has gotten some volume into this one. I mean, this thing's just kind of all over the place. If you really want to trade this one closer to 2, in my opinion, the better in terms of risk reward. And you can see 150 has held itself as well. So if you're trying to swing this one, great. But I just don't know how much volume it really has on it. I mean, look at this. It doesn't really provide you much trading opportunities unless it gets called out on Twitter. So that's the way that one goes. And then let's take a look at BBIG.
BBIG is nothing. I don't get it.
Yeah, no, again, nothing, no real movement here, in my opinion.
Candy
$2
trash.
if it holds, great. If not, then it is what it is. What's the other one that we've traded in the past? SIGA looks like a gap down at the moment. If it holds $10, that's the closer to 10, the better, in my opinion, on SIGA. And then let's look at Redbox. Oh, it's below 10 now. Yeah, 760 would be a level I'd be interested in. So nothing really anywhere. And then let's take a look at Crowd. All right, so Crowd has some resistance around 188. If it wants to break above that, you could possibly scalp it a couple of points to 190s. In terms of support, you've got just a little smaller one around 181. But to me, the better support area would be around 176.50. That's a whole 9-10 points below. I don't know if it's going to get there all the time. But
we're being asked multiple times for Pfizer, although I can't imagine why. The stock pretty much just stuck in a range anywhere between 48 and 54. No news here on Pfizer. I think this trade is totally passed.
Pfizer.
I would look for some PFE, Papa Frank Echo. I feel like you've got better opportunity elsewhere.
Yeah.
Sure. It's making a nice move off 46. Cool if you caught it. 4 points on a huge company. I don't know.
Yeah. $50 is where I'd want to try to go ahead and play this one here. Veru.
Veru is consolidating. Veru, I don't see any new action here today, but it is consolidating. And frankly, if you can bust above that 1450, you can kind of clear out this formation, make a move towards the other high of 1630-ish. So I like that it's consolidating and not breaking down. But I would need some type of catalyst to bust out of this range.
Yeah, and it looks like right over here. Sorry. Looks like around 11:41.
Mitch. I almost called. I'm sorry, Zunaid.
You're fine.
Zunaid, we should definitely plug this. We have a huge interview with MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor. So this is happening at 10 today. This stock might be in play if you want to put up MSTR. If you're a Bitcoin player at all, you've probably heard of this. You might have even played this before. I'm actually really looking forward to that interview here. So should be good. We should definitely mention it here.
Yeah, I know Chris and Mitch are going to be interviewing them.
Yep.
Chris has written an article on them, I believe, a couple of times, and obviously Mitch is good with these type of interviews as well. So it should be a good one. But here's a chart of MSTR. I mean, I think this one is at 1,000 at one point. So, excuse me, apparently 1,300 at one point. So it's a nice little haircut there. Let's see. Yeah, nice little 84% haircut, and it should be a fun interview for sure. But in terms of levels, I think if it breaks above 210, we could try to play it. But besides that, I don't really have a solid level where I can feel comfortable risking my funds. But the interview itself should be good. AMD, we've already kind of gone over it multiple times, but $86. That's the level that I'm kind of keeping an eye on to see if it wants to go ahead and come down there. Cool. We can go ahead and play it. You're perfectly good, man.
What's up?
What's up, buddy? Welcome back. How you feeling?
All right. So I came in. I am a degenerate, so I am going to try to take a trade.
Nice. I feel you.
You want to know what my trade is going to be? I'll tell you guys. I'm going to be looking for a Mara pop. There's a lot of talk that Bitcoin could get some bounce. I think that this stock has been pushed down far enough to get some kind of bounce. Do I think this is going back up to, let's say, $15? I'll say it clearly, hell no. But that doesn't mean that we can't ride it up for a quick little gain here. So my Bitcoin traders on out there, my Bitcoin fans, might have to knock a little Mara action right now. We'll see.
Zunaid, did Mitch just say that Mara's going to 15? Because we might need to get compliance to help us out here. I mean, Mitch, why are you saying that, man?
We'll see what happens. I'm just trying to go on a marathon. What can I say?
All right. If this goes to 15 in today, then forget today. If this goes to 15 this week, I mean, hope you make money on that one.
And real quick, I saw a question in here. Nathan is asking, what scanner do you use? Nathan, we use the scanner in Benzinga Pro. I use it every single day. I'd be happy to give you my filters. I look at the same thing every day. Good luck, folks. 20 seconds, 15 seconds till we open.
And Mitch, before you go again, if you want to put music on, but please don't do the jazz one.
I won't be able to do it at least today. Unfortunately, I cannot do it. You can do it, though, Zunaid.
Well, I'm not logged in. I sent a code over. Ryan, can you handle it for 2 minutes?
I mean, are you kidding me? Of course I can.
You don't have to go anywhere, Zunaid.
I need to log in. Yeah, so I'm about to log in. Can you Slack me the code?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
It's Jason at Benzinga, right?
You know it, right?
All right, here we go.
All right, guys, let's do it. Let's do it. Taking a look right now. Trying to get this dip buy in Mara here. Let's see if I can get it here. Trying to get it to crack down towards the 30s here, and then I'll take some into the 30s, looking for a scoop back up about 750s here. Let me make sure I get Zunaid's little code in here, because if not, he's going to be hanging out in the background. I need to get him in.
I can help you. So NRSN, first move here is down. Be careful. It does look like it wants to take out 270, though. 272. Right, 270, 272.
I've traded. There it is. Put it up there for him. I did not get a dip there. Looking for the dip now. It might just take off without me, so might just jump in here. Yep, taking a shot there. Just got in there. Long 748s. Taking a quick shot on Mara here, and then I'll be getting on out of here, getting ready for our interview. Just took a little bit there on Mara. We'll see if it holds. Want to get it through the 750s here. Out risk is 735 right now. Nothing closing below that. I'm going to keep the risk really small.
NRSN. I'm watching Box D and NRSN. Box D looks like a 275 seems to be the spot. NRSN looks like it wants to go. Huge pull here, though. Really kind of wild. I'm not in this. I've taken 0 trades on it. I'm waiting for it to thicken up a little bit. So it's a little bit easier for us to trade. That 262 level seems to be a pretty big one. We've jostled around that several times. Break to the upside is going to require a clearing out of 270.
All right, guys. Just took a little bit. This is a swing trade here, guys. So I'm going to swing trade Gush. I'm going to swing trade Gush, guys. I just took a little bit there. I'm going to swing trade this. So it's smaller share size. The risk for me is 133 on the downside. If it hits there, I'll get out. I'm going to actually set a stop. I'm just going to hold this for a little while. I think too many people are looking at oil to the downside, and I think that you might just get the opposite reaction today.
Took Box D here. I'm a little bit late to it. They're taking out 287. I think a pop here above 287 sends it. We'll see. My price is 285. I definitely don't want this to go too red on me. So I will, if it goes lower, I'll stop here and wait for a reset up. Super strong here, though. Lots of volume early.
While I try to put my charts up here in a second, I am in NRSN. I got filled at 253s. Looking to take some profit targets around 270s on NRSN.
Box D at 287 again. If it takes this out, look out. I think we could go higher. There it goes. 288, a little bit more size there that's getting eaten. Here we go. 289 now on Box D, 290. All right, Box D. Looks like we hooked one here. Definitely now I'm at a point where I don't want to let this trade go red on me. 290 being taken. Big time volume at 290 on Box D. They took it. 291 offer now. Took that.
There we go. NRSN.
About to get stopped out of Mara. This heads down right now. Needs to kind of recover here. Hands on the trigger to get out.
Oh, Box D pulled beneath my buy. What a shame.
Oh,
big pull now. Big pull
out
now.
there.
Okay,
out
stopped out of Box D.
Hey, we stopped out at the same time, Lord Ryan. We have
that?
something in common.
I don't think Box D is done though. That's kind of a rough pull. I actually should have taken gains.
What you looking at, my friend?
Yeah, taking a look at NRSN on the trade on this
keep that one on your radar, guys. I'll let you focus in on your trade there. I just wanted to give a little clue on what you were looking at.
Yeah. We're in here. I mean, I believe I mentioned it. 253 is where we're in, looking to take profits. Let's see what it is. 274 is what I've got on Thinkorswim on NRSN, and I did go ahead and take a position in AFib as well. I'm going to try to break out. I'm just going to try to stop out if it goes ahead and cracks below $1.
Gosh, needs to recover. It just went down really quickly, giving me a red candle here. I'm going to hold right now towards the 131.50. It really quickly went down there. So let's see if we recover here. If we keep coming down, of course, I'm just going to get out. Even if it's a swing trade, I'll knock it out here. But it needs to get back towards 134 here.
All right, AFib got filled some more at 102s. I'm going to see if I can sell the 102s. But the $1 level needs to hold on AFib.
All right, nice recovery there.
Still watching Box D as it came right back on here.
Here, I'll put up the $3. You said Box D?
Yeah, Box D came right back on here, right back up to that spot. We got the high print here of 291. 296 was mentioned as a spot by I Am Wistig. That looks pretty good too. Really needs to push up here though.
All right, all the
Okay.
stocks that we
I don't know. We'll see if that ends up getting going again. We'll watch that. It's struggling getting back to where it was. You said you were in AFib, right? I feel like I missed that one.
I am in AFib here. Yeah, I got filled some more at 102. I'm looking to take the 102s off at 107s, which is below VWAP. That's what I'm looking to do. Of course, the crack of a buck around 97 cents. I will go ahead and see myself out.
Yeah, and then NRSN still jostling around in that 250 area, trying to clear that out.
I love the chat here, guys. One thing that I'm noticing is we need to get some more people. So you guys can do us a favor by hitting the share button down below. That's going to definitely help us get to some more traders. Let's go ahead. Let's try to, of course, always we're trying to build the community up in the right ways. But like always, let's share this with our community out there. You guys got other traders that you guys know, you want to bring them on in, definitely hit that share button and let everybody know we're live trading here.
And we got AXSM. First move here is down. Hills having trouble holding that $1 level, and NutX first move here is down. So looks like they're pulling a lot of these that we were talking about right after the open here. In that case, what we want to do is just wait for them to set up. We want to try and be as patient as possible instead of forcing bad trades and getting ourselves in trouble. Box D, huge pull now. So down to 260. There's a huge bidder down there at 260.
You've got Amazon coming down to the 115 level. See if that needs to hold. If you're looking for a little bit move to the upside, here I'll put up Amazon instead of AFib here for a second. I'm gonna sneeze, so give me a sec.
260, just a huge level there. They cleared out the huge offer, then they bought it back here. We're looking at a 30-cent down move here on Box D. So I would expect at some point this to bounce. Always tough to catch that knife though.
All right, just added a little bit there to Gush, looking for the downside here to hold 131.60s. Going to be a swing trade, so going to look to push here right back above 137s. That's where I want to see it get up there. And then
I took a stab here at Box D for a bounce. Sorry to interrupt.
You're good. I'm putting you up. I think you might need to change your chart there.
Yep, I sure do. Box D looking to bounce off this 263 level. Not looking good. I ended up taking it off just flat there. I want this thing to set up. Here's the thing: when I'm buying pullbacks, when I'm buying falling knives like this, I'm definitely liable to be more quick on the trigger. I don't want to compound a problem. And if a stock is selling off and I'm trying to play it for a bounce and it keeps selling off, that's a worst case scenario. So you want to get out as soon as you can. Currently out of Box D, but I'm still watching this. Big range here, big volume. I think there might be another trade.
NRSN went ahead and took 3/4 out at 274s, and I'm all out here at 289s. 289s on NRSN. Solid trade above pre-market highs, looking very pretty, and looks like we've also got some flow coming into Tesla. That's 795s expiring on the 22nd of July, about 1.4 million. So let's go ahead and take a look at Tesla since this trade is done with for me. We've got Tesla right there. I'm also going to play Amazon versus low of day, but Tesla currently below VWAP. If you're trying to play Tesla, look at that. Just bounced off of the previous close of 737.12 on TSLA.
And real quickly for the lesson here on NRSN, it's a shame I was watching Box D because that area that we were talking about, it cleared it out and it just popped. I mean, so we had an area, 270 to 255-ish. It popped and went 25 cents out of that area. That's exactly the type of trade that we're looking for. I happen to have a different ticker pulled up. It is what it is. Great job catching it, Z.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Now my average is right at the 134.04 mark. So I will give you guys that. That's a swing trade for Gush. And then with that, I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get on out. Just taking a little bit of some swing trade action. Sweet. We'll continue to watch. Don't want to see the low of the day break. That will go ahead and stop me out. I'll set a stop there. And we'll just continue on through the day. So wish you guys the best of luck. I'll leave you guys in good hands. Lord Ryan and Zunaid here. And then don't forget it, guys. At 9:59, we're going to be wrapping up here. So you guys got about 19 minutes. Do your thing. And we'll see you guys on at Don't forget it, guys. We do have the future of Bitcoin coming up next there, guys. I do want hey, guys, come in. Let's go talk about it. Let's go see what's going on out there. The future of Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, CEO. Do you want to take off Zotlin's comment there? So you guys can see CEO Michael Saylor and the future of Bitcoin coming up next. See you guys.
Sounds good, man. Good luck with that interview there.
Yeah,
You've got
good luck.
Tesla coming back down, testing the lows, and you've got Amazon coming down as well. Let me go to Amazon here real quick. I'm in on Amazon around 115. Again, low day break. I will be out, and oh my goodness.
I'm in some NRSN at 3 on this move through 3. Let's see if we can take out day high. There we go. All right, got a nice little scalp there. 8's the next spot here. We'll see if we can end up taking out that day high.
All right, Amazon trying
There
to
it
break the
goes.
lows.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Amazon, if it breaks the lows here, I've got my out at around 114.55. That's all. That's all you.
Take care, Mitch. We will see Mitch back, though. I was going to say, buy itch. Well, that must be a relief. Coal name strong again, says Jay. That is actually not a surprise. Which one are you looking at again? Oops, totally screwed up my ETU. ARCH, I think, was one of our other coal names. All of them pushing to the highs here.
I'm going to try.
NRSN looks like it wants highs again, folks.
I'm going to try to be cute. I'm going to take Tesla. Went in and took Tesla equity at 738. Stop loss for me will be below 735s. And it's almost about to stop me out. This is why I got a quick stop loss. Again, 735s need to hold. And I'm out. Took an L on Tesla here. Amazon possibly going to be another L for me.
Kurt Scrambler calling out Chenier, which is pushing to the high here. So another energy name here pushing to the high early. 10X really kind of just fell off. Lab D near the highs. I saw, I think, was it SQQQ being mentioned before?
I stopped out of Amazon.
Sorry, go ahead.
You're good. I stopped out of Amazon, so I took an L on Amazon and took a quick, tried to take a scalp on Tesla, but I got stopped out for $3 on Tesla. Probably should have given it more room, but that's quite all right. That's on me. So the only trade that I'm in is AFib, AFIB. I'll put it up here instead of Amazon.
So you're looking for the AFib trade. You're looking for that to hold 1, right? I mean, that's to me, that looks like the line in the sand here.
Yep. That's exactly right. And it's held it so far. And I've already added a bunch, right? I got them around 102s. I've got some sells at 107.
Okay, I took some here at 103 just to kind of play. We'll see if 102 breaks. There's 103 taken out.
Yep.
See if we can move back up towards these highs here. 104 getting eaten too.
Come on.
This trade's pretty thick, doesn't it?
And then let's go ahead and take a look. Someone's calling out shop. Woo, shop to the downside. The next level that I have for shop is 367.50s on shop. Am I long or short Tesla? I was long Tesla because those options came in, and then the previous close is where I got it. So I traded it around 737, and I stopped out when it broke 735. So it was just a quick test to see if it would hold the previous close like it did in the first 10 minutes. I am already out. I took about a 3-4 hour loss, and I just got filled on AFib. So I got those at 102, called them out. 107, I'm out. The whole size that I added. Now my average price on AFib is 103. I'm going to hold it to see if I can go and get 109s.
I took my AFib off here. Nice little gain off that bounce. I, too, would look to re-enter this, Zunaid, if we could kind of clear out some of this level and get some mo. Right now, I feel like we're bouncing. I got a VWAP here of 109, 110. I think if we clear that out to the upside, we might be long this again.
I'm on board with you. I've already got my limit orders out to go ahead and sell this at 109. And again, just simply look how well the dollar, the dollar held. The dollars held a few times, tested it once, 2, 3, all of them held so far.
A good call out here. 8ERC looks like this is coming on. Z Digital saying it's squeezing. I'm not sure about its short or any of that, but it is moving here. It is coming on here out of the open.
Yeah, broke the previous close of 1258, now at 1427. $15 resistance. So you can see even on the Friday session, 15 was the resistance. It looks like it needs to break the 1536 for you to have a little bit more of a higher move. If you're trying to play this one, the closer you get it to 13, the better.
Well,
Stop loss would be below.
So here's the thing about his comment there. If this is in fact a squeeze, if there are shorts trapped on the wrong side of this and we move up, as you just said, Zunaid, that intraday high break yesterday of what, 1538? Is that what you had it at? 1538, I think probably sends this. So decent opportunity here if we can keep moving up.
All right, AFib went ahead and got filled some more at 109. 109, I'm out some more. Now I just have a quarter leg left, which I'm looking to take profits at 116 on a quarter size left on AFib. So if AFib makes me 2 for 2 on the day, unfortunately, or 2 for 4, I guess. Two wins were the small cap trades. We had AFib, and then we had NRSN, and then the 2 L's were Tesla and Amazon. Now my stop loss is still going to be below $1 because my average price on AFib is $1.02. So 102 is a stop loss, and there's 111 on AFib. Again, 116 is my take profit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move that down to 114 just because that 15 cent could end up being a bigger resistance than I want. So moved my take profits down on the quarter leg to 114s on AFib. And then let's go ahead and take a look at Meta. So Facebook currently trying to test that VWAP, can't get over it. So if you want to go long, you can. Stop loss would be low day. If you want to go short, you can. Stop loss would be above 170-ish on the Meta trade. So
AERC looks like it's trying to go higher here. They said someone said there was an offering. AERC announced an offering today. Looks like they're doing a private placement, 1.5 million shares at 10, with some warrants at 11. So yeah, I mean this is strange. I'm not the best on private placements versus offerings and all of that, but Mo seems to be here for AERC. Big volume here as well. Definitely worth watching. Definitely worth watching. Good shout though on the piece of news.
There's AFib trying to make a move. It got to the highs of 113 here on this candle itself, the minute candle. But let's go ahead and check out NRSN here in the middle as well. Oh wow, 310 now on NRSN, which went to a high of about 330s.
328 is the high print intraday. That's going to be your spot there.
And you got yourself a 10% trade on AFib just off of the whole number of $1. I mean, you just were risking about 3%, right? We told you guys risk off would be 97 cents, and you already got yourself. We scaled out some at 107 and then 114s. 107 and 109s, and then where next one is going to be 114s on NRSN, on AFib, and then NRSN was a trade that we already took. I'm already all out of it, unfortunately, so there's not much more there for me.
Same, but we're coming back in towards VWAP here, Zunaid. And so the other thing on AFib, we got an intraday high here of 118, pre-market high of 125. Those are going to be your spots. Zunaid, looks like you're getting a question here about the Qs.
Yeah, I personally don't play the Qs in the sense of TQ and SQs. So honestly, I don't know. I would assume that you should go with whichever one has, and this is obviously for a day trade. I'm not necessarily talking about a swing trade. That whichever one has more volume and open interest in it. But unfortunately, I don't play calls or puts on those, so I don't have the best answer for you.
My opinion on that, knowing nothing else about what's going on, is I would always be in favor of the call because the put is limited in the amount of that it can move. Yeah. Now, realistically, I don't think it's going to go to zero, so I don't think you're going to be able to get maximum out of the put. And I don't really think the market's going to pop. So,
and there's AFib already got taken out of the 114, so I am now all out of AFib. It just went ahead and hit its session highs there. You can see it has been a little bit of issue trying to break above this 118 area, but a pre-market though we did get to 125, so there is space, but it just hit session highs and came right on back down. So I am all out of AFib. This was simple. $1.
Yeah,
that's
sure was.
Very easy trade.
Ron closing SQQQ. Nice trade, Ron. I'm pretty sure that you were in that from much lower.
We've got about 7 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so. Let's go and take a look at Meta. Oh boy.
You're right there.
Yeah, just a little bit of a yawn, but there's Meta though. We talked about VWAP. If you wanted to go short, stop loss would be above 170.16. So far, that's working out if you're in that trade. If you want to go long,
trying AFib here for a break to the upside. We'll see if we get it.
AFib's on the left, and of course, if you wanted to go long, you've got break a low a day on Meta to be your stop out. Let's see what's going on here. That's not something.
Okay, out AFib. I don't want to give all my gains back, so out AFib until it sets up. 118 might be your spot there.
Oh man.
Up, landscapers outside. Muting myself.
No, you're good, pal. How low does Tesla go today? I don't know, but would not be surprised whatsoever if it wanted to test 700. Especially if we continue to bleed in the markets as well. Would not be surprised whatsoever if Tesla wanted to go ahead and get to 700s. And you can see it went ahead and tested this pre-market highs of around 755, and then it came right on back down.
Tell you what, this AFib is holding in here nice. So looking at where we're at right now, it to me it definitely seems like it wants to go higher. It's got to clear that spot out, but we'll see. Hex Pony, Ryan, how's your AC situation? I get everything replaced on Wednesday. Today it's like 65 degrees outside, so it's cool. No problems there. This entire weekend, Friday was rough, but Saturday and Sunday were quite nice here. Perfect golf weather, by the way.
You go golfing often?
Oh yeah, I
cool.
am straight up addicted. I got back into it this summer, Zunaid, and I am straight up addicted. Addicted.
That's awesome, dude. All right, AFib holding VWAP around 110, trying to make its highs once again. Again, I have no positions whatsoever.
Me
but let's
either.
go and take
But
a
I
look
am
at
watching
NRSN. Yeah. NRSN, if you want it to go long, if it goes to me, you want it to hold the 290s, you know what I mean? But for me, it's a little bit too out there. I'd rather get it around 250s personally, but let's see what happens.
This is nasty though, Zunaid. This is tough to trade, man. This same 1 minute candle was, did I have this right? Is this right? High of 330, low of 3. So he had a 30-cent range in a 1 minute candle.
Wow.
I mean, Jonathan said, went golfing yesterday. I think a group of teenagers was laughing at me. Jonathan, pro tip, if teenagers are laughing at you, you're probably doing something right.
Oh, man. When are you going to Detroit for the quarterly?
Yes, I leave on Wednesday, July 6th, and I actually have a golf trip that weekend.
Oh, very cool.
With some of the BZ boys.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah,
So
I know Andrew likes to golf too.
Have you guys have you heard some of the newer generation talk? I mean, it's crazy. They use like their own language. I don't even understand it. And you don't even have to be talking to them. You could just overhear it. Overhearing the conversations, it's just absolutely crazy.
I unfortunately don't have any teenagers in terms of nieces and nephews. I have.
Yeah, I don't either, but I live around other people. Some of those
Oh.
people are teenagers, so I
Gotcha.
end up just hearing. It was just the other day I heard a discussion. There was a group of teens right outside my window, and it was like I can't even like recall it. I just had FR no cap dead ass. He love bombed me so hard. It's so toxic. It's just like, what language are you speaking? Like I don't even know what these words mean. I feel like such a boomer. It's crazy.
That's kind
You're
of
getting old. You're getting old, right? Master of stonks. Thank you. You're right about that.
That's funny.
Get back on Tesla, Zunaid.
Well, let's go ahead and check out Tesla. Again, no trade for me so far, but here's Tesla trying to break above. So if you want to go short, this is a solid area. Stop loss would be, well, it depends. If you're going to take a size that is a little full size, I would say around 750. Above that, you should go ahead and let this one rock. And then, of course, 755 high a day would be your ultimate one. But this is not a bad spot if you believe in a Tesla short as it's testing VWAP.
Tesla call sweep right now, by the way.
The 800s?
The Friday 800s. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice call, Zunaid.
Sorry. Yeah, you've got that going on. You've got, yeah, I mean, you keep in mind you had that big call sweep on Tesla. It was like, I think it was like the 7 something, 795s maybe, that expired later on in July. But AFib though here coming down to the 103s now. Here we go.
This is the pull that we needed, frankly.
All right, now I am going to go ahead and try to take a shot here on AFib. Went ahead and got filled at 102. Stop loss for me is going.
Is this
to be
the
below.
same spot that we took the bounce play last time?
Yep, same exact spot.
Same
I've
exact
got
spot,
my yep. So I've got my stop loss at 97 cents. I've got take profit at 107.
I took the 103s right there. We'll see.
Doom 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 doom. Tesla got about 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes, excuse me, on this 10-minute candle to close above VWAP.
Did you just say squeeze me? Because that's
Possibly.
awesome. That reminds me of Wayne's World.
I'm trying to get into my teenage speak, you know what I mean? But we
I
do
know
have
that.
only about a minute or two. I don't know if Mitch is coming to go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what we're supposed to do, honestly.
But here's what I'll do. I'm assuming that the redirect is set. I'll tell you what. Let me just communicate with Mitch. I'll be right back. I mean, I'm gonna be here, but I'm gonna go Slack him real quick.
Yeah. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. AFib back at that 105 spot, by the way. Oh, they're clearing out the 105s on AFib. Interesting. This actually might try to bounce. Let's see if they refill that, though. They're putting a little bit more back in there. Yeah, they're refilling it. Okay, so we don't have a bounce. We're not going to have a bounce until we can actually clear this out. We'll see if we get above that.
Yeah, and I've got my sell. So I mean, we are in profit. I've got my sells at 107.
I'm out. I'm out
okay.
flat.
Got it. I'm in at 102. I'm looking to take profits at 107. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. The risk reward wise is a 1-to-1 trade for me since my stop loss is at 97s. So it's 5 cents up, 5 cents down, 1-to-1. Let's see what happens. And the reason that I have it at 107 is because I am hoping that it'll at least try to test VWAP. And then if it gets rejected, cool. I don't care. 107 is below VWAP. Hopefully I get filled on that. Here we go. 105s on AFIB. And if in about a minute, if Mitch doesn't respond, I am probably going to end the broadcast. I did go ahead and tag him.
And real quick, Jonathan caught your Wayne's World reference. Squeeze me baking powder. Ron Willis said that my teen speech worked because he had no idea what I said. So I might have been close. All right, we'll take that.
There you go. And there's Tesla rejecting. We talked about if he wanted to go short, that wasn't a bad idea there.
Bitcoin lows right ahead of this interview.
Yep. I need Mitch to respond. Let's see. I must start a huddle with him.
I feel like he would just end us. I'm going to miss all of you while you do this interview. It is going to be a good interview, but I'm going to miss you all. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. Quick note there.
And then, of course, after that, we'll be coming back for futures trading at 11. So you'll see my lovely face again. But all right, Mitch didn't pick up.
UEC bouncing here. Interesting. DTIL highs. DTIL, this one got me last week too. All right,
I'm going to go ahead and end it just to kind of be safe here. But appreciate you guys. We've got a cool little interview coming up with MicroStrategy where Mitch and Chris are going to be leading the way. So hope you guys enjoy that. Then we'll be back at 11 for futures trading as well. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Stay green. Bye-bye.
Take care.